In this video, we are going to study about one of the type of pericyclic reaction, sigmatropic reaction, and group transfer. We are going see this is what we are going to study basically, sigmatropic group transfer. In group transfer, Coulomb and Claisen. Now, before going into the theory, I'll just explain you what we are going to learn here. Uh, let's take a example like this. Okay, suppose this is our structure, and I'll just number it. Okay, so this is how I'll just simply number it. Suppose on the first carbon atom we are having a H. Sigmatropic are intramolecular reaction, rearrangement reaction. So it's basically just rearrangement. So from one position the atom is going to rearrange itself to other position. So suppose my H goes to third position. Okay, so from first position it is going to third position. So what will it look like now? So it will be like this. 7 carbon atoms are there, I suppose. So from first position it has gone to third position. Okay, so this is called as 1-3 shift. 1-3 shift. So what has happened is rearrangement. Rearrangement has taken place. Intramolecular rearrangement. So this is sigmatropic. An old bond is broken, a bond is broken, and a new bond is formed over here. So these are your IJ. I is the initial number and J is the next final position. Okay. So similarly, suppose I write here now 1-5 shift. So what do you mean by 1-5 shift? That means initially that group was present on the first position and now it has shifted to fifth position. So this is 4 and 5. So from first position, the hydrogen has now shifted to fifth position. Similarly, you have 1-7 shift. Okay, so I'll quickly write it down. So this was my first carbon and this is my seventh carbon. So on here so this is 1-5 shift, 1-7 shift, sorry. So initial position of the H was 1 and the final position is 7. I am talking about a group transfer reaction. I'm talking about a group which is transferred now. So hydride transfer we can call this. So shift of H atom. So these are such reactions are called as sigmatropic. So what are sigmatropic reactions? Sigma bonded atom or a group. So H was bonded with a sigma bond with carbon, no? So sigma bonded atom or a group shifts from one position to the other, breaking of the bond. So H and carbon bond broke and a new H and carbon bond was formed. This is an intramolecular reaction, and depending upon what positions are transferred, changed, you have set of numbers like IJ. I stands for initial, J stands for final position, and depending upon that we have 1-3 sigmatropic, 1-5 sigmatropic, and 1-7 sigmatropic reactions. Okay, and which suppose you have this type of chain and which transfer is going to take place depends upon the stability of the cyclic transition state. Okay, so let's study some example. 1-3 shift example. So we'll talk about shift of H atom. Okay, so let's say you have a system like this. Okay, and this is 1-3 shift. 1-3. So this is first, second, and third. Now what is there on my first carbon atom? The H, this H. Okay, so this H. So here I'll write it 2H. Now this is going to shift over here, right? So how is it going to shift? So for that shift, there should be some transition state. So I will form a cyclic transition state. So I'll write that CH2, and this H which is going to shift, I will write it over here. Because this bond is going to break, we are writing it in a dotted line. Then this is CH. This is first carbon, second carbon. Now I'm not writing these positions are not as per the position nomenclature positions. These are just positions showing initial and final state. Now here a new bond will be formed. One of the bond is going to break. So this can be also written as, now we can also write it this way. it can be written like this also, okay? So you no need to write this dotted line also, simply show the circle dotted line, okay? And now this thing is going to form a bond. So this is your cyclic transition state. Cyclic transition state, four-member transition state. But this is quite unstable actually. And this is the final product. This was CH2. This was your third position, the final position. This is J. And this was your I. I is equal to 1. And this H has now shifted over here. Okay. So this is allylic transfer. This is the final product. You can write it this way. So you can see the H transfer taking place. So here I is equal to 1, J is equal to 3. That is why it is called as 1,3 sigma tropic reaction. This is an example of 1,3 sigma tropic. This cyclic transition state is highly unstable. It is highly deformed, four-membered. It is very much strained. Okay, and therefore, if you have two possibilities where 1,5 and 1,3 is going to take place, the shift is always preferred for 1,5. I told you the shift depends upon which transition state is more stable. Let's see an example of 1,5 shift. Okay, so 1,5 shift. So I'll first write a normal straight line structure, something like this. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is 1,3 pentadiene system. You can have other substituents also. I'm just talking about the basic system. 1,3 pentadiene. We are talking about 1,5 shift. So where is my one first position over here? So this H will be transferred to this position. So this is I is equal to 1, J is equal to 5. Now for this transfer, of course, what we need is cyclic transition state. So let's draw a cyclic transition state starting with CH3. Okay, so this is your CH3. So my H is going to transfer from here. So I will write this CH2 and show this H like this. Because the bond is going to break now, so we will show it in the form of dotted line. Let me show it with different color for this H. So this H is going to get transferred. This is position number 1, right? Then you have CH, CH2, CH, sorry, CH, this is second, this is third, this is fourth, okay, and this is your fifth position, CH2. Now you remember in cyclic transition state bond formation, bond breaking, no? So here new bond is going to be formed and the old bond is going to break. So this bond is going to break. So I will put a double bond over here, dotted line. New bond is going to be formed here. This bond is going to break. So we can write it this way. This was the initial one. Dotted lines indicate bond formation and bond breaking. So sometimes a whole circle is also written. This is your cyclic transition state. If you look at this, this is a six-membered ring. You know, six-membered transition states are more stable. Six-membered cyclic six-membered ring is more stable. And now this bond is going to completely break here. So CH2 double bond CH, CH double bond CH, CH3. This is what is going to form. Now, so look at the difference between the previous structure, okay, and this. So there is a new bond formed between 1 and 2, okay, and there is a new bond formed between 3 and 4. It's like shifting, no? Shifting is taking place. This is your 1,5 shift. Now we can call this as 1,5 shift. I is equal to 1, J is equal to 5. This is 1,5 sigma tropic rearrangement, and here cyclic transition state is six-membered ring. Six-membered ring. This type of transition state is more stable than the five-membered ring. Okay, let's take one more example. And you first identify the positions and then you can shift. Okay, so the saturated carbon, consider it as first position. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or unsaturated you consider it as 5 and then go for the shift. Okay, So this is 1 5 shift. 1 5 shift you can show. So rest of the structure write it as it is, right? So wherever there was fifth position, no, so there you will be writing, you will be shifting your H over here. So CH3, now just shift. If this bond H shifts over here, this bond shifts over here, this bond shifts over here. So you can write it this way. So initially where there was a double bond, now there is a single bond. And wherever there was a single bond, there is a double bond. It is as simple as that. Okay. Let's take one more example for 1 7 shift. 1 7 shift. So 1 7 is your 1 3 5 heptatriene system. Heptatriene system. Okay. First we'll write the reactant and the product. So this one, two, wait. So, okay, I'll write it that way only. Just show alternate double bonds, 7 carbons. Okay, so 1 2 3 4 5 6 and 7. Okay, now when you are doing as per the nomenclature, the numbering will begin from here because this will give you a lower number. But we are not talking about this IJ numbering is not about nomenclature, it is about the shift, right? So I here is 1. This is 1. And J over here is 7. So my H from here is going to shift over here. Okay. So if you want, before writing the transition state, you can also write the product first. So wherever there was single bond, I'll write double bond. Wherever there was double bond, let's write single bond. So this is 1 2 3 4 5 6 and 7. H has shifted over here, so I am writing here CH3. This is what it will look like. And what will be the transition state look like now? So you can write it, start writing from here. So I don't put CH3, put CH2. And with that H, you will that H takes part in the transition state, no? So this bond is going to break. So how do we write this bond? We write it as dotted line, right? And then the bonds, the remaining bonds. Now, if you want, you can first write it this way. Write all the 7 carbons first, then show the dots and everything. Okay. Now, new bonds, old bonds. So it's simple. Just show dotted line because everywhere new bond, old bond formation is going to take place. 7 cyclic transition state, right? Let's count 1 2 1 2 3 4 5 6. Okay, one carbon was less. um, 1 2 3 4 5 6. This is your cyclic transition state. One carbon was less. Okay. So if you count 1 2 3 4 5 6 and 7. 7 member ring, no? 1 2 3 4 5 6 and 7. This is cyclic transition state for 1 7 shift. And when you break the product, when you break this bond is going to break completely and you get this product. Okay. So position of first I is equal to 1, J is equal to 7, H migrates from 1 to 7. Hence it is called as 1 7 sigma tropic shift. Now let's learn 3 3 sigma tropic. Here we are going to study two reactions, Cope and Claisen rearrangement. Okay. I'll start with an example and then I'll explain you. So Okay, let me first write the molecule. 3,4 dimethyl. I'll write a linear molecule first. 1,5 hexadiene. Okay, so what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3,4 dimethyl, 1,5 hexadiene. So on first position and fifth position. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. So 1, 2, 3. Third position there is a methyl group. Fourth position there is a methyl group. This is your complete structure. Okay. So this rearrangement is going to take place 3, 3. Now what you will do is, I'm not writing the numbers as per nomenclature, is as per this I and j. I is equal to 1, I is equal to 3, j is also 3. But in this case, this is slightly different. This is for unsaturated system. So starting wherever there is double bond, put 3 and then go 3, 2, 1. Stop at 1. 3, 2, 1. Stop at 1. Okay. Now where you can remember one trick over here. 3, 3 bond formation takes place. Okay. 1, 1 bond breaking takes place. And 1, 2 double bond is formed. Now, if I go as per this concept, you will get your product very easily. But now we will see first transition state and then we will see how you get that. Okay. So now let's write it in a cyclic way so that you can understand it better. This is your, so just to show you, this is 3, 2, 1. This is 3, 2, 1. I told you bond formation, bond breaking takes place, yes or no? So now here, if you want to write the transition state, cyclic transition state, just write it as it is. Now you know where the bond formation and bond breaking is going to take place. 3, 3 bond formation. Okay, 1, 1 bond breaking. 1, 1 bond is going to break. So for put there dotted line. And rest, some bonds are going to break, new bonds are going to form. This is CH3. This is your cyclic transition state. Cyclic transition state. Once this stage is reached, once this is reached, then the product formation takes place. Let me first write it. So this was 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1. This is how it takes place. This is 2, 6 octadiene. Or if you, not 2, 6, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2, 5 octadiene. Okay, 2, 5 octadiene. This is 2, 6 octadiene. Okay, this is your sigmatropic reaction. So what this is 3, 3 sigmatropic. This is called as Cope rearrangement. Cope rearrangement. So what are the keywords that you need to remember? Of course, this is pericyclic, so this is intramolecular rearrangement. Okay, it is shown by compounds having two or more double bond. Unsaturated system shows this type of rearrangement. Let's go for one more example. Mm, okay, so this is one system. Identify 3 to 1. 3 to 1. Always start with a double bond. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. And if I want to write the final product, we'll directly write it. So I will start with 3, 2, 1. I'll show you the transition state afterwards. 3, 3 bond formation takes place. So this is 3, 2, 1. 3, 3 bond formation takes place. 1, 2 double bond is there. 1, 1 bond is breaking. What was present at the one position? OH. OH. Now this can undergo tautomerism. You can show it this way. So this H shifts over here and this double bond shifts over here. This is tautomerism. And how you get this? You are getting this through a cyclic transition state. So we will draw that cyclic transition state now. If you want, you can also draw it in a this is a linear way I have drawn. So we can draw this like this also. This is 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1. Where is that OH? It is over here. Now it's very easy to understand the cyclic transition state. Draw the same thing again if you want, and then you can show the dotted line, everywhere. Now this also is dotted. If you want, you can. And you know the bond is going to break at 1, 1, no? So directly you can draw the dotted. Sometimes you can show it by a direct circle of dotted line and OH. This is your cyclic transition state. Six-membered is stable. One more example. Now, I guess you must have got an idea 3 to 1 concept. It becomes very easy to solve the sigmatropic reactions 3 2 1 3 2 1. Okay, even without drawing the cyclic transition state, you know what the product will look like. This is what 3 2 1 3 2 1, right? This is what it is. Okay, so you whenever you get something like this diene system or unsaturated system, you should quickly go for 3 to 1 system, and then that is 3 to 3 3 sigma tropic. Let's go for the other example, Claisen rearrangement. Similar reaction, but first I will show you an example, and then okay, same thing, follow the same concept, 3 to 1 concept. Why it is called Claisen, I'll tell you. 3 to 1. Okay, where is the double bond over here? The double bond is over here, no? So I'll go with this 3, 2, 1. Follow the same concept. 3, 3 bond formation, 1, 1 bond breaking, and 1, 2 double bond. So if you follow the same thing, right, what are you going to get? First, let's write the product. So 1, 3, 3, no? So this is 3 position, 3, 3. So this was CH2. Okay, 1 2 double bond, 1 2 double bond. That's it. This is what it looks like. Okay, I've written directly. You can have one more. Now let's see how to write in the cyclic transition state. Okay, so now you know where the bond breaking is there. 1 1 bond breaking. So directly write there. Dotted line. CH2, you know there is a new bond going to be formed over here. Then cyclic transition state, put dotted lines everywhere. Okay, put dotted lines. Now, how you going to get this? This is the rest of the structure remains the same. Now you can show it this way. This is how you get. Now this is your product. This is your cyclic transition state. And this will also undergo tautomerism. So ketoenol tautomerism, because you get a stable benzene ring over here. Okay, so it becomes this H from here shifts over here, and CH2 CH2. This is the product that you get. Now why we call this is typical Claisen rearrangement. This is allyl phenyl ether. This is your allyl group. This is your allyl group. This is your allyl group. Okay, so this is allyl phenyl ether. So Claisen rearrangement is an rearrangement of allyl phenyl ether. So whenever you get this type of structure, this is your Claisen rearrangement. So allyl phenyl ether, when heated, it undergoes rearrangement reaction. Rearrangement reaction. How does it rearrange? It rearranges itself to ortho allyl phenol. This is ortho-allyl phenol. See, this is your ortho position, no? And this is your phenol system. And this is your allyl group. This is your allyl group. So this is ortho-allyl and this is your phenol. This is phenol. So this is how the reactions take place. So here these are typical reaction where a CO sigma bond breaks, and if you want to remember it this way, remember this, or simply you go for that three bond formation, one bond breaks. Okay, and I'll show you one more example. Identify this. If you want, you can pause. 3 2 1, 3 2 1 system. This is Cope Claisen. This is called as Cope Claisen. You know where the bond formation is taking place. So directly show double bond where the bond breaking is taking place, you know this, and this is how you can show the transition state. Now you can directly write the product. This becomes very easy, this system becomes very easy. So this was all about Cope Claisen rearrangement. Okay, this is Claisen. Typically, Claisen you can identify when you have a benzene ring and ether type of linkage, allyl phenyl ether. This is always Claisen rearrangement. There is more to this stereochemistry and everything, but since I'm just sticking to the syllabus as per the university for TYBSc, I'm not going into the stereochemistry. I make a video for MSc students, there I will show stereochemistry of all these reactions. As far as you people, TY students are concerned, this is enough. Thank you.